Hi, this is Mark Tibb speaking. You're watching Sporting Icons. You don't need to be anywhere else.
So Anthony Joshua, the two-time heavyweight champion of the world and of course current Super WBA, IBF, WBO and IBO world heavyweight champion. He was on the Sky One show, which is quite a good show actually, A League of Their Own. And of course, inevitably, he's going to be asked about Tyson Fury. And this is what he had to say about Tyson Fury. I've had a shorter career, I'm fresher, I've been in the deep end longer, I'm going to be able to handle the pressure and take him out. Fury knew how to beat Wilder and took him to school. I believe that I'm better than Wilder all round. I have a lot of respect for Tyson Fury. He's a good family man and a good fighter. But on the other hand, I want to break his head. First 6 rounds, I know I'm going to take him out then. There you go, Anthony Josh statement. Now, first of all, when it comes to Fury, when it comes to Joshua, a lot of people see that fight with their hearts rather than their heads, okay? People will look at the fact that Anthony Joshua, he got done by Andy Ruiz Jr. But then when he took Andy Ruiz Jr. to school, oh, well, he was running and ducking and this, that and the other. Even though that's what Fury does for 90% of his fights, right? But Fury's a masterclass boxer, Joshua not, he runs around. Again, people are saying, Fury, he's feather-fisted. Really? He's got quite a few knockouts on his career. He's 6'9", 270 odd pounds, and he absolutely dismantled Deontay Wilder. Didn't just outbox him. He beat him to a pulp and made him quit. Okay? So both of these guys, whatever you think of them in one angle, they can do the other angle. Both of these guys can adapt to the situation. Both of these guys, again, let's be honest, both of these guys have been learning as they've been going along. Neither one of them had an extensive amateur career, and both of them have done exceptionally well. Okay, and as Brits, we're all very, very proud of the pair of them. Now, as far as the fight goes, it's a difficult one to call, that's for sure. But I mean, you know what, we'll start off with Anthony Joshua saying how Fury took Wilder to school, which he did, and he believes that he's a better all-round fighter than Wilder. Well, you'd have to be an extreme hater of Anthony Joshua or an extreme fanboy of Deontay Wilder to disagree with that statement. Because anybody who knows just a little bit about boxing, you can see that Anthony Joshua is. Now, that's not to say that Wilder, if he'd landed that big punch, Joshua is not going to go to sleep. We're not saying that. We're saying all round, Joshua has fought far better opponents than Deontay Wilder. And yes, of course, he's much more skillful than Deontay Wilder. He's much more heavy-handed than Deontay Wilder. Again, the Wilder fans or some real Anthony Joshua haters will disagree with that statement because they say, yeah, but Wilder, he knocks out this, that and the other. Yeah. Okay, he knocks out gatekeepers, okay, that's what he does. But yeah, certainly Wilder hits very hard with one hand, the right hand. Joshua hits hard with both hands. While his punches are not as concussive as Deontay Wilder, the fact that he can end you with either hand makes him very, very dangerous. When you add his skill level on top of it, when you add his ring IQ on top of it, plus a whole lot of other things as well, certainly Joshua is leagues and leagues above Deontay Wilder. That's why I've been wanting to see that fight for the longest time, because I knew that if Deontay Wilder could not land that big right hand on Joshua, Joshua would batter him from pillar to post. I knew that, okay? But anyway, that's another subject. So that's him on that one. And of course, where he says that he wants to break Tyson Fury's head and he believes that he'll stop him or take him out even within the first 6 rounds. Now, I think most people would agree if Joshua is going to win that fight, that's what he needs to do. He needs to take him out in the first half a dozen rounds. After then, if Fury's still in it and is still fresh, Fury knows how to go the distance. Fury knows how to move around the ring. Fury knows how to win and nick each round just by using the jab and frustrating his opponent. So what Joshua's saying there is exactly true. Now, he has to believe that he's going to knock out Fury. Fury has to believe he's going to knock out Joshua. But even if neither one of them did, you're not going to hear anything different anyway, other than, of course, I'll knock him out in round number 1, as Tyson Fury said he's going to knock out Joshua in round number 1. Well, that ain't happening. I'm pretty confident of that. Of course, I wouldn't put my house on any kind of result of how this fight was going to go. Because ultimately, a lot of people, they look at Fury and Joshua and they choose with their hearts rather than their head. Some are massive, massive Fury fans, some are massive, massive Joshua fans, and that's how they'll pick. And I've said it time and time again, some people believe, some people don't really care. But the truth is, I don't care who wins that fight. I have no horse in the race. I like them both. I'm massive fans of both of them. I'm proud of both of them. Ultimately, you put them both in the ring. I'm on the fence. I'm going to be very, very happy for the winner, ecstatic for the winner, but very, very sad for the loser. That's just how it's going to be. Because some Tyson Fury fans, they'll see the fact that Anthony Joshua, of course, he got bumped around by Andy Ruiz Jr. in the first fight. That's what they remember. And then they remember Tyson Fury dismantling Deontay Wilder. They put 2 and 2 together and come up with 22. Okay, that's not quite how boxing works, okay? But some Anthony Joshua fans will say, but when Fury was in his prime, do we even know if Fury's even back into his prime? We don't know yet. And that's true of it. We don't know. For me, I think there's so much more to come from Tyson Fury. I honestly do. But his performance against Vladimir Klitschko, sure, he outboxed him. He won, 10 of those rounds against Vladimir Klitschko, a long-reigning unified champion, for sure. Was never in any kind of real trouble. Joshua went to the well. He got dropped himself, but he did drop and bounce around Vladimir Klitschko as well as. Okay, and no, that's not a Vladimir Klitschko sitting on the sofa, as many people would have it. You have to be an extreme hater to really come up with that kind of narrative. Anyway, it is what it is. So there's so many different comparisons, but honestly, I can see any result in this fight. I can see either one stopping the other one, and I can see either one beating the other one on points. Some Fury fans go, what? How the hell can you beat Tyson Fury on points? Of course you can. When you have somebody in there who is as heavy-handed as Joshua and as skillful as Joshua. People overlook the fact that Joshua is very, very skillful. Fury knows this, okay? Now, he's never going to come out and admit it, of course not, until after the fight. Then he'll probably say, Joshua is the number 2 heavyweight in the world if he beats Joshua, all that kind of stuff. But right now, that's not what he's going to say. He's going to say Joshua's a bum, he's stiff, and he's this, that, and the other. That's not the truth. Everybody knows that's not the truth. But it's a very, very interesting fight, especially when you've got both of these guys currently with all the belts. Get them in the ring. Let's see who's the best. And the winner will walk out as undisputed heavyweight world champion. The first 4-belt holder as undisputed at heavyweight. So for me, who wins this fight? As I said, I have no horse in the race. I've never spoken to either one of them on the phone, had an interview or anything like that. Either one of their teams, they're above it, aren't they? But either way, I have no horse in the race. Okay, like I do with other fighters, like I do with Dillian Whyte. Of course, I speak to him regularly, and quite a few other fighters. With Joshua and Fury, always been massive fans of them, always support everything that they do. Put them both in the ring, may the best man win. Let's get it on. Drop your thoughts below, click thumbs up, subscribe. Catch you all in the next video.